Hey you guys, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel, and today is Foundation Friday. So happy Foundation Friday to you guys. Today I have something really special in my opinion. I might have found, I actually have known about this for a long time, but I've really never given it a try, but this might be the cleanest, most healthiest foundation I have ever found. I have been looking on an endless search for a foundation that has literally zero harmful ingredients in it, and I think we might have found it. All right, so if you want to know more about that, hit that subscribe button and let's do it. All right, so a lot of you guys have heard about RMS. RMS Beauty is a brand that Sephora started kind of carrying recently in their kind of more organic green section. But I have known about RMS for a long time. RMS has been around forever. It was started by a makeup artist, and her name is actually Rose Marie Swift, which stands for RMS, or RMS stands for that. And basically this is what the line is about. She has a whole line. It's not just foundation. It is cheeks, highlighters, powders, things of that nature. And it is based on living and organic principles, and was created to hydrate and illuminize vital and radiant skin. By incorporating RMS Beauty into your daily routine, you will experience a revolutionary simplistically that makes no sense. I'm reading it literally verbatim. Basically what they're saying is that it's very simple to use. It only takes minutes to apply. It has a wealth of vital nutrients in the products for the skin, and consider it skincare with mineral color, giving makeup a whole new meaning, is what they say. So it's large claims, but again, I have never tried this foundation, but since we've been on this journey of talking about ingredients and bad ingredients and good ingredients and trying to find very clean products, you'll actually notice over the next month, especially June, is going to be a lot of focus, especially in skincare, on finding products that are affordable, that are very, very clean, as well as more higher end, more effective, more clinical products that are clean. So you'll see this kind of as a trend for me for the next month. So I wanted to kind of kick this off with this foundation. So this foundation looks like this guy. It is a cream potted foundation. It is $36, so honestly it's not that expensive for something so well made. The weight on this is, let's see here, I threw the box away, sorry. It is 0.2 ounces, so you don't get very much foundation, but it is highly concentrated. Since it is a cream, it is definitely more pigmented than a regular foundation, so all you'll have to do is use less. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. Not a great selection, but I'll read into this. So it says it actually kind of mimics your skin. It can kind of, a couple shades can work for several different skin tones, so that is left to be seen. So basically this foundation is called the RMS Beauty Uncover Up. It is formulated to reveal and enhance healthy skin. You can use it as a concealer or a foundation, blah, 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 blah. It also says that it will kind of be fluid with your skin tone. So if you get one that's maybe a little bit too light or a little bit too dark, it will mimic your skin tone and it will change to suit your skin tone. So that's something interesting. So they do have a great breakdown of what the colors are as far as undertones. They do have quite a light shade. So if you are super fair, it might be something to look into. They do have actually a pretty deep shade. I don't think the deepest skin tones will be suited by this line, but I do think they get pretty deep. Okay, and it says how to use, which basically I did get their brush. This is the 30F brush. You can use your fingertips to apply it, but I don't normally get brushes that go along with things, but I just felt that this was something that was really interesting. It has like a swirl on top of it. I've never seen a brush like this. It looks kind of like a rose. It's super small, so I just wanted to make sure I got the best tools. There is also a way to make it more full coverage, and we'll talk about that as we get through this. But I wanted to definitely give you the ingredient list. There is no water in this foundation, by the way. The first ingredient is coconut oil. The second is castor castor oil. The second is beeswax, so it's not vegan, but it is organic. The next one is cocoa seed butter, jojoba seed oil. It has let's see here, it has rosemary in it. It does contain titanium dioxide, but it does not tell us what the SPF proof on it is. But that's it. Can you believe it? I was blown away. So no alcohols, no dimethicones. I mean, I was blown away by the ingredients here. So we're going to get into this. I've talked enough. Okay. So what we're going to do is, it comes in a little pot like this. Cream foundations are great for anyone that is dehydrated to combination skin. People that are oily, you might have to use a primer that is oil absorbing first to make this work, because cream foundations are more hydrating. But this would be great for more mature skin. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here. And by the way, I have only skincare on. I have no primer on, because it did not say to use it with a primer. It does say that if you are more dehydrated, to prep the skin with a hydrating primer, or they have like a beauty oil. All right, so I'm just going to swirl this around. I am in color 11, I hope. And I'm just going, and it does not say, yeah, it is actually, like, this is exactly what my color would have been like before I used my tanning products, but that's okay. We'll warm this up. No problem. It says to start in the center of the face. The brush is small to fit around the curvatures of the nose. It says to use very sparingly. And again, like I said, you can use your hands and fingers to warm this product up and apply this all over the skin. All right, but it says to use sparingly. All right, so please do not mind the color. If you guys know me from before, you know that this is pretty much what color I was before, but we'll warm this up and make this look perfect. Okay, so this is supposed to be a lightweight foundation when you first put the first layer on. And you're not supposed to use this brush. It doesn't say to use this brush in any kind of circular motions. So, all right. It doesn't seem to be leaving any brush strokes on the skin, which is fantastic. I am going to just kind of buff it in a little bit over here. It definitely is not full coverage. This is a light medium coverage. It doesn't claim to be full coverage, and it does not claim to be long wearing, okay? So we are going to give it a good wear test today, but we does not claim to be this 10, 12, 14 hour foundation. And I am going to bring this right underneath my eyes. So it looks to me so far that this would be a good concealer for someone that has hardly any discoloration, that just wants some brightening under the eyes, because it is not covering a ton. So I'm going to do one layer first. I'll get in close so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, and you also know, if you watch me long enough, I do not wear a ton of foundation on my forehead, okay? So I'm not going to use a ton. So right off the bat, I think it looks really pretty. It does not feel heavy on the skin. There is no fragrance to this, but I am having a hard time getting it to adhere to the nose. So make sure, if you guys tune in on Tuesday of next week, I have a whole tips and tricks video on how to get foundation to adhere to your nose. So I would probably want to use some of those tips with this foundation. But it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like it's not grabbing anywhere. It's not looking like I can't see, my pores aren't enhanced. I think it actually looks beautiful. So I'm going to come in so you guys can see. So you guys can see that there's no grabbing anywhere. It just looks like skin. It is gorgeous, to be honest with you. You can still see my sun damage here. And you can see, like, on the nose, it doesn't, like, cover amazing. Forehead looks amazing. And by the way, I got this from Sephora. I just ordered it online. All right, so it looks really pretty. So what I'm going to do is, they say that if you want more coverage, they say to powder either the full face or powder, basically, I would assume, powder where you want more coverage. And then you're supposed to apply the foundation over that area again. So we're going to try that. So I'm just going to powder this, and I don't have their powder, so I'm using the Hourglass Mineral Veil powder. And I'm just powdering where I want a little bit more coverage, which, you know me, is right around here. If you're wondering, I'm using the Heavenly Luxe No. 8 brush from IT Cosmetics. All right, so let's try this. I'm a little nervous because applying it with a brush over powder makes me nervous. I would normally use a beauty blender, but it does not say to use a sponge. So I'm gonna try to follow directions. Here's my brush, right into here. All right, let's try this. Oh my God, okay. I don't love that technique. I think it's kind of ruined the foundation. So it's kind of made it like cakey. I'm kind of bummed that I just did that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to buff this out and then I'll powder again on top of it. So in my opinion, again, I have, you know, I'm just doing it from my point of view. I don't love the tip of, and maybe her powder would work better. I don't know. Maybe it's really contingent on if her powder is the one that you powder over. That could definitely be what it is, but I don't love it over powder. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's see here, I'm going to set it one more time, because now it's kind of back to normal. And then just make sure it's all nice and set just right here. And then I'm going to add, you know, concealer and blush and lips and stuff like that, and I'll be right back, okay? All right, so everything is on. I have you scooted in pretty close so you guys can see how everything looks. I think it looks beautiful. I really wish I didn't do the powdering first, but my forehead looks beautiful, so I'll show you real quick. We'll go in natural light as well, but I'll kind of show you what everything looks like. And that has no powder. I mean, that just has one layer of powder and one layer of foundation. I think it looks stunning. I'm really impressed so far with the foundation. It feels extremely light. I feel really good wearing it because I know it's healthy for my skin. And I just want to give it a little bit of a wear test. Let's see how long it holds up and what it looks like throughout the day. I don't even feel like I need to kind of spritz this with a little bit of, you know, hydrating spray or anything like that. So I think we're good to go. So let me take you into some natural light. All right, you guys, so here it is in natural light. I'm gonna scoot you in a little bit closer so you guys can see. Look how pretty it is. It looks even better in natural light, in my opinion. I love this foundation. I think it is stunning. So far, so good. I just can't believe that we actually found a foundation that is healthy and that looks really good on the skin. And this, again, it's just gonna be all about wear test. There's a plane going by, so I apologize for the sound. I have my door open. But if it is a wear problem, we can fix that with primers and a few other things if we want to not, you know, negotiate on the health of our foundation. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to come back in just a few hours and we'll see how it's doing. All right, see you later. All right, so we are at 5 hours later. I think it still looks really good. It really hasn't changed very much. I don't feel like I'm overly shiny looking. I think right here is just getting a little shiny, but it doesn't really look like it's changed much. I definitely can see kind of where I've powdered, you know, the foundation and then used concealer over it and then powder over it. So in hindsight, we won't be doing that trick again where we powder and then put foundation over it, but I think it looks fantastic. I mean, even my forehead still looks really, really good. I'm impressed. Now, again, this is not supposed to be a long-wearing foundation, but it has held up really nicely. I think I might give it a few more hours of wear, but I'm going to the gym. That's why I've like changed. I'm going to the gym, so it's not going to be a super fair assessment of the foundation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go work out, and then I will show you what it looks like after that. But I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like at 5 hours, so you can see that it does definitely wear for a great 5 hours. And I think maybe you might need to touch this up, but if this is what you're looking for as far as a healthy foundation, this is fantastic. I think it would be great from everybody from combination to dehydrated skin. If you're oily, again, prep it with a great primer. I am impressed. I did not think I would actually be this impressed. I am at other occasions going to try this with a beauty blender and see how that goes. So I'll be updating you guys as I use this more, because I just feel really good using this foundation, so I'm absolutely going to be using this more often. All right, so I'm going to go to the gym and I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Okay, bye. All right, so I am back from the gym. So basically this is my overall thought. It actually wore really well at the gym. I didn't feel bad that I was sweating in it because it was such a natural product. But this is what I think. Okay, I think that this foundation, let's see, I think that this foundation is going to be a light to light medium coverage. I don't think you can build it up. It's not going to ever be full coverage. I feel the best way to use this is a kind of nice wash over the skin to even out your skin tone, to give some hydration to the skin, and to use a very healthy foundation. I don't think it's going to be one of those things where you can use this as, you know, your full coverage and you're going out, unless that's what that's the kind of coverage that you want. It is breaking up all around here, but again, I sweat and I was working out and I was running, so it didn't hold up like that, but for working out. So my conclusion is I love this foundation. I think it's awesome. I can't wait to wear it again. I can't wait to use it with a beauty blender, which we'll see how that does. Like a very mildly damp beauty blender, not one that's super saturated, because it already has so much hydration in the foundation already. But I really honestly can't wait to use this again and really kind of experiment with it. So I definitely think it's one that you guys should try. I definitely think it's one that you guys should pick up, maybe even a sample at Sephora, and see if it's right for you. But overall, it just gets 2 thumbs up from me for the ingredients, how it made the skin look, and I just really am so thankful that I found a foundation like this. All right, so thank you guys so much for being here again, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great weekend. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys.